A very good morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are studying well. Children, we were doing chapter 13, magnetic effects of electric current, and in our last class we did force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Today let us see an application of this topic. This topic is electric motor. What is an electric motor? It is a device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. The principle is the force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. And this is the same topic that we did in the last class. Let us see the construction now. A rectangular coil ABCD, is also known as armature coil, is used. Then it is surrounded by a pair of strong permanent magnet, and the purpose of it is to provide a strong magnetic field around the armature coil. The next part are split rings. Another name is commutator. The purpose is to reverse the direction of current. We will see that later. A pair of carbon brushes is also used. It acts as a bridge between armature coil and the battery. The last and the fifth point is the battery, because it provides the continuous power supply. We need continuous power supply to run the motor. Now this is the label diagram of the electric motor. This is taken from your NCERT book, children. You need to draw this in your copy as well, and you need to learn also to draw this particular diagram. Let us see the working now. In the working of the electric motor, you can see here that the battery positive terminal is connected on this particular side, and this is the negative terminal. So the current, conventional direction of current says that it flows from positive to negative. So this will be the flow of the direction of the current, and it will enter the coil in this particular direction. We are going to see the working one at a time on one side of the armature coil. Okay, so this is the setup, children. These are the two permanent strong magnet. This is north, this is south. So the direction of magnetic field lines is in this particular direction. This is the direction of the magnetic field lines. Okay. Now the current enters from this particular part, and it enters in the coil AB from A to B. So it is moving in this particular direction. This is the direction of the current, moving from A to B in the upward direction. We are going to find out what will be the direction of the force on this coil of armature coil AB. So if we apply the Fleming's left hand rule, now you have the direction of magnetic field, we have the direction of current. So we can apply the Fleming's left hand rule and find out in which direction AB is going to turn. Whether it is going to turn in outward direction or whether it is going to turn in inward direction. Outward means coming out of the board, inward means going inside the board. Okay. So this is the direction of the magnetic field. Okay. The first finger points the direction of the magnetic field. The middle finger will point the direction of the current. So we are going to turn it toward the upward direction. And now if I open the third finger, it is going inside the board. Therefore, the coil AB is going to go inward. As you can see, it is written on the board. By applying Fleming's left hand rule, force on coil AB acts in inward direction. So, AB is going to go inside the board. Okay, children? Now, for coil CD, this current is going to come in this particular direction, and from CD, it is going to come from C till D. So the direction of the current in this particular case will be in downward direction, but the direction of the magnetic field will be same as it was in the previous case. So what we can see here, this is the direction of the magnetic field, this one is the direction of the current, and now if I open the third finger, that is the force, then the direction of the force is outward of the board, and therefore the direction of the armature coil CD will be coming out of the board. Okay. So we come to know that from the last working that point 3 current enters from C to D in coil CD, and by applying left hand rule we come to know that CD is going to come in outward direction. This gives this electric motor a particular turn. Which turn? An anti-clockwise direction. It is going to take a turn. But after half rotation, what will happen to it? The places are going to interchange. The CD and AB are going to interchange their place. Let us see that. So children, after this particular thing happened, then the armature coil is going to turn in the anti-clockwise direction. That means in this particular direction, against the direction of the hands of the clock. So AB goes inwards and CD comes outward. Now what happened? After half a turn, CD is going to come in this particular direction. So we can make here this portion as CD, this portion as CD, and this becomes AB. After half rotation, this will be the case. And this particular part that you can see, now this plays a very important role. The commutator, that is a split ring, another name for commutator is split ring. The split ring also gets this changed. From first it was P on this side and Q on this side. Now this get reversed. This side becomes Q and this side becomes P. Only the thing that does not change is XY, that is the pair of carbon brushes, and the reason for them not to change is that because they act as a bridge, that means the power supply when it goes from here till the armature coil, so a bridge is needed. Why we say so? If in case I remove this particular portion, that is X and Y, and I join this wire directly with the split rings. Since the split rings are movable part, what will happen after a particular complete rotation, all the wires will get jumbled with this split ring. And to avoid that particular situation, what is being done over here, a pair of carbon brushes is taken, that is X and Y. So now after the half rotation, we have come to this particular portion where Q has interchanged its position, P has interchanged its position, the armature coil CD and AB has also interchanged their position. What will happen now? Again the current will enter, but now the current will enter in the coil CD from D to C. Earlier it was from C to D. Now it is moving from D to C, as you can see in point number 7. Similarly, the current in coil AB will not move from A to B, rather it move from B to A. And because of this, another half rotation in the same direction it will continue. Because of force, inward force will act on CD and an outward force will act on AB. Earlier, inward force was acting on AB. अब सब कुछ उल्टा हो गया, okay? So because of it, the half rotation will continue in the same direction and one complete rotation will be over. This is how the whole electric motor concept, this is working, and this will continue. After again the half rotation, one complete rotation, AB will return to its position, CD will return back to its position, and the commutator P and Q will return back to their position. The same thing will repeat again and again, and the electrical energy will be converted into the mechanical energy. So in this manner, the electrical energy is being utilized to do some mechanical work. Now how do we use it in mechanical work, children? This particular portion that you can see, this is being connected to a particular armature coil, we say, because it has a rectangular shaped body. Along with it, a rod like structure is being placed in between. Okay, it's like a sandwich in between. So this particular portion that you can see, this is being connected with any particular part like electric fan. It can be a motor, it can be a wheel, toy wheel in cars, as we see. So this rotating part can be connected to any other part which you want to rotate. So it can be the wheel of a toy, it can be the fan of a water pump motor, or it can be a fan, electric fan. So anything that we want to move, we can make use of electric motor, which will convert the electrical energy into the mechanical energy. And now children, the work for you is that the complete topic that we have discussed till now, including the diagram which is taken from your NCERT, this is very important. and you need to write all of them, because if it comes for a 5-mark question, this is how you need to write the work, the definition of electric motor, the principle of it, the construction, which is very important, the diagram, and the working. You should know how the working will be done in the electric motor. So I hope you have understood it, and if there is any doubt, children, you may ask in the campus care. Thank you, children.